Thank you. I'm deeply honored for this award. Let me first take a moment to express my congratulations to my fellow honorees, Congressman Berkeley and Mayor Jones. Shelley, after more than 2 decades, I still cannot get an image of you out of my mind that dates back to 1984. It was an exceptional hot day in August, and I was out in rural Goodsprings trying to mediate a grudge fence dispute on public land out on an unpaved road when all of a sudden, to my surprise, here comes Shelley campaigning for election. It's a situation where I don't know, I don't think that there's any end that Shelley won't go to find a vote. And Jan, anyone who would venture into Bad Dolly's bar up in Reno back in 1994 to make the point that out-of-state anti-gay hate mongers are unwelcome in the state of Nevada makes you truly a friend of the LGBT community. Thank you both for your magnificent efforts. I also want to say that Senate Minority Leader Dina Titus wanted to be here. Yeah. Wanted to be here tonight, but had to be in Montreal. I love that city. To see her husband, Tom, get recognized for his efforts. Sorry that she's not here. As most of you know, I have been active in our community for over 25 years. I became active early on when the AIDS pandemic began. I also set up the first local HIV/AIDS hotline to provide information and support services to individuals when information regarding HIV and AIDS was sketchy at best. Without success, I repeatedly tried to organize all of the local LGBT businesses into a cohesive voice to speak for the community and the betterment of the community, but due to problems that never came about. I don't know how many people remember the denial of a liquor license for gay pride at Sunset Park, but it only draws to mind how far we've come in the time since. We've come a long way, but we certainly have a long way to go. Over the last 2 decades, I feel like I've been on some kind of an odyssey. I never saw or imagined myself as the poster boy for a cause, and I certainly never thought that I would ever run for elective office. I've gone from feeling like public enemy number 1 in 1985 when I was outed in the local newspaper and then used as a political football for the next year, to experiencing the disappointment that came from twice fighting a hard-fought battle to defeat the dishonest fear campaign of protecting marriage here in Nevada. And then there have been times of great achievement. When the sodomy statute was repealed in 1993, a great, yeah. I think that did turn, that made major changes. It turned the tide. And then when employment non-discrimination was made law here in this state, and my colleague Chris got up on the floor of the Assembly and gave an impassioned plea for its passage. When I was approached to run for office 11 years ago, I instantly said, that's not on my radar screen. Then I realized that the odds were very good that I actually could run and get elected. As I previously said, not all efforts achieve the hoped for results. There has been much progress that we'd like to see, and we consequently find ourselves easily frustrated when we don't achieve hoped for results. However, we always need to push forward and lift ourselves up and fight on. And especially to fight against the poorly understood segment of society that receives less than its level of equality of which we're entitled. Let me make a quick comment about coming out. In 1984, I thought that I was sort of out. It just wasn't widely known. People close to me knew I was out. After articles appeared in the newspaper on Monday, Wednesday, and again on Friday, I found myself waking up on Saturday morning, feeling some strange kind of a great relief. Coming out to me is like the feeling you get when you dive into a swimming pool, feeling that initial cold shock before the refreshing and relieving sensation you get on a very hot day. Finally, as a contributor to HRC for 2 decades, I want to express my deep appreciation for the great work that HRC has done and continues to do. Enjoy your evening, and thank you for bestowing this incredible honor on me. I am truly grateful. Thank you.
Kind of got it splotchy.
That's great. Yeah. I don't know. There's no photograph.
This is the award to David Parks for as a community recipient award, and I told them my fingerprints are all over it, so they probably won't come off. But he truly, truly is deserving of it. Thank you all. Thank you, David. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think we have to exit here.
Please welcome HRC National Board of Director and founding member of the Las Vegas Steering Committee, Tom Skancke.
Good evening and welcome, and thank you all for joining us here this evening. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing, hi Katie. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing this evening a very good friend of mine, Joe Solomon. He's the president of the Human Rights Campaign. For the past 2 years, since Joe joined us, he has gone from church pews to boardrooms, raising the level of awareness of the Human Rights Campaign and the work that we do. He has worked tirelessly for the past 2 years, doing dinners just like this every Saturday night. And we are very fortunate at the Human Rights Campaign to have Joe. Last year, Joe stood in a stage similar to this at the MGM Grand and made a promise to us. He stood up on stage and he said, I promise you that we are going to win in Minnesota, we are going to win in Ohio, and we are going to defeat that bigoted senator from Pennsylvania, Rick Santorum. Well, in case you haven't read a newspaper in the last 12 months, or watched CNN, because I know Fox News would never report this, we won in Minnesota, we won in Ohio, and we defeated that bigoted senator from Pennsylvania, Rick Santorum. And it was because of Joe Salmonese and his leadership and the team that he has at the Human Rights Campaign in Washington, D.C. I would like to now ask you to join me in watching a video of some of the hard work that Joe's been up to for the past 12 months.